Hey folks, how's everybody doing? Just playing a bunch of riffs, some I knew, some I didn't, so I kind of muddled my way through it. Let's see, welcome everybody, hope everyone's having a great Tuesday so far. We got in the house, actually first off, let me just go to the bottom of the chat. If you can hear me, let me know. Just say, yes, I can hear you. Say yes, I can hear you. Everybody's guessing the guitar already. Oh yes, thanks Joe Hervey. Alright, let me go up to the top of the chat. You guys are fucking awesome. He's playing this one. No, he's playing that one. Oh fuck. You guys are awesome. You guys just absolutely just made my day, man. Tuesdays are horrible for me, man. You guys just made my day, honestly. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's precious. All right, Brad Miller is here. Hey, Joe Hervey. The Dog Paw. How's it going? Alex Radford. Hey, man. Oh, there he is. The man, the mystery. The legend. Gwen! James is in the house. Hey, buddy, how are you? Hey, Dry Heat. Music Gear Network. Eric, how are you? Robert Metzenberg. Nice to see you. BC Rich 581. Bam is in here. Gary Tholander is in here. Brian S. Yeah, Parasite. And then I forgot it. Halfway through it. Oh, Lord. Age. Alex Radford is here. Janice, nice to see you. Let me just get down here. The Dogpa is here. Gary Tholander. Make sure I'm catching everybody. There's Soda. Hey, man. Making sure I'm catching everyone. What's up, bro? Not much. How you doing, Gary? Well, congratulations, Gary, on your new gig. Hope that works out well for you. Oh, Ingve, Quentin. Not even close, buddy. I mean, maybe Ingve with like 3 broken fingers. Gene invented everything. Just thought I'd get that out of the way. Yeah, thanks, Doc, but thanks for clearing that up. He invented birthdays, by the way. He had one this week, so. What else we got? Six String Brian, how are you, man? Did Hack get a Helix yet? You know what, Brian, I've been checking my mail every day. Nothing's arrived, so I don't know what's happening there, man. Butterfly and Ladybug Show, how are you? Nice to see ya. Music Therapy Laz, welcome. Charles Green, welcome. I love that comment. The Doc Pie Hack has real equipment, not virtual girls. Livewires is here. Hey, man. Welcome, Livewires. And if I got to the end, there's Jasco, and it just jumped on me. There's the first jump of many. Okay, let's read some comments here. Music Therapy Last just made my day too. I had to pay my brother part of a loan today. Didn't have the full amount. Got an earful about selling my equipment, etc. Ugh, yeah. Yeah, my bad day was more job related than that. It was like, I don't know why. It's one of those days where I wonder why I do this for a living, because I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels. But anyways, it's not the first time and it's not the last. There's Ladybug. Welcome. You gave me a thumbs down. Goddamn. Oh, you fixed it. Okay. Well, I appreciate that, Ladybug. There's Phil Mosley. How are you? What else we got? Yeah, if anyone's got any... Okay, I'm at the bottom. So, wow, we got 33 of you in here. You guys absolutely rock. Yeah, I decided to do a Tuesday show this week. I got a cigar that needs... I got to finish smoking. It's sitting out there waiting for me. That's why I don't do Tuesdays, because I'm rushed. But I decided to do one today because my wife isn't around. So if she was here, I'd be spending time with her, but she's not. So I thought, what the hell? I'm gonna play some guitar and annoy some people anyway. So why not annoy the 34 people that are in the chat? It's a horrible playing. So anyway. Yeah, sorry about that. I was just messing with a bunch of riffs that I don't really know. So, anyway, that's enough about that. Yeah, I will because I'm doing a show today. I'm also doesn't mean I'm not doing my Friday my Thursday show. I actually have a special guest coming on Thursday show, and he's going to tell us all about his new branding. And he's in the chat, and it's Music Gear Network, aka Eric, and so he's going to be my guest on Thursday. So check out Thursday's show, folks, 8 o'clock. It should be a lot of fun. So I'm just sitting here with my guitar. I wanted to talk about, the only topic I had in mind really today was I wanted to talk about tones. Because, oh, no worries, Eric, man. It's an honor to have you. I wanted to do a thing on tones because the other day I was doing, I do Facebook live streams, not every day, but, you know, whenever the mood hits. Usually every 2 or 3 days I'll go Facebook live and just talk about whatever. And the last time that we were on there, and a bunch of you that are in here actually were on it with me, and we were just talking about different tones. Is Spencer, I think I missed Spencer Cron. I think I saw his name. Oh, there he is. Hey, Spencer Cron, how are you? Sorry I missed you, buddy. And Half Face is here. Half Face is here. Dale Palmer is here. I want to make sure I get everybody. Okay, cool. So yeah, we just started talking about tones, and not so much like dialing in tones and that, but really what were the tones that we liked. Okay, Ben Mozzie, so what was the LP Green Inlays? I need to know. Okay, so, all right, let's get that out of the way. So, oh, wow, and you can't even see, no, you can't see. Everything's backwards. What's this way? It's that way. So you can see a couple of headstocks. So obviously you know I'm not playing those. So let's get that out of the way. So can anyone guess what guitar I was playing? I'll give you a hint. Not much of a hint, but it was a Gibson. So if somebody can tell me, guess. So far I got Bam Ozzy saying it's the Les Paul with the snot inlays, which is the 2005 classic that I bought used. Okay, we got a guess for an SG. That's a good guess, actually. That's a really good guess. So we got a couple guesses for SG. I think Livewire and Brian S is the same person. I'm just throwing that out there. The Strat, Gibson doesn't make those, buddy. If they did, they get sued for a change. Gibson will get sued for a change. No, I'm wearing a Fender shirt. Oh God, everything's backwards. It's not a Fender. So, okay, we got, oh, Snot Inlays. Okay, so we got 2 votes for Snot Inlays and 2 votes by the same person for an SG. So, I'll wait for another vote and then I'll do the big reveal. Who's this live wire? Sure. Ah, come on, Soda, be nice. I haven't been arrested in years, thank God. Okay, we're talking about being arrested. That's a red herring. Yeah, it's a red herring. I just will grab this shirt off the pile. I'm not intelligent enough to plan ahead. That little 339. No, it's not the 339. No, no. All right, here comes the big reveal, and bam, you were right from the start. It is the Snotty Green Inlay Les Paul. I've been playing this one a lot the last couple of days. I posted a little clip of me playing some stuff. There's Josh Garcia. Welcome, Josh. How are you, man? I posted a clip of me playing this the other day, and I just again, it's the great thing about having a few different guitars. They all become new again, and this one is, man, the action on this is perfect. The intonation on this is perfect. The only guitar that's got as good an intonation as this one of my Les Pauls is probably Blackie. I actually got to fix the intonation on the 2016 standard. It's really wonky. When I hit a G chord, it sounds like ass. And we can't have that. So what did you win? Yes, Butterfly and Ladybug. What did you win? You won a big box of nothing. That's what you won. Carmelo Washburn. Josh Smith, Best Clean Tone. Oh, welcome, Carmelo. There's a new name. Please sub to the channel if you haven't already. I am... It's almost funny to say this, but I am trying to get to 1,000 subs. I have not gained any subs since NAMM. So I've been like bouncing between 853 and 856 or 8. I've been bouncing between those two numbers for like, oh shit, since NAMM. So what's that, like a month? So I need subs. Bring them on. Please sub, thumbs up, much appreciated. So anyway, get back to what we were saying. So yeah, we're just shooting the shit about tone. Yeah, ass sounding G chords are the worst, Brian. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah. So yeah, if I'm just gonna put it out there. So there's a couple of very specific examples that I came up with of tones that I like. Now, I call this my favorite tones. They're not the best tones. They're the tones that I like, and I try to sort of, with whatever gear I have, model my sound to these specific tones. Hey, there's Robbie Johnston. Welcome. So for me, generally, if I go my favorite rock, let's call them rock tones. My favorite rock tones generally involved, surprise, a Les Paul and a Marshall. Those are the tones that I like best. And more specifically, I really like the tones. I'll give you some very specific examples. And I don't have like a favorite of these. These are just favorites in general. The tones off of Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. Those guitar tones are fantastic. The guitar tones off of the cult record Sonic Temple. Those tones are absolutely phenomenal. There's a band called The Darkness. Their second last record, Barbarian, those tones were absolutely awesome. And as far as live guitar tones, the best guitar tone I ever heard in my life was Joe Bonamassa playing Amos, which is the Flying V. But equally good, or we're close, was the guitar tones I heard at a Darkness concert about 2 years ago. So those are my favorite tones. For Strad tones, there is only one. And as far as I'm concerned, he is the greatest, most fluid blues, this is just my opinion, most fluid blues player that ever came, that was ever graced this earth, and that's Stevie Ray Vaughan. I got the echo again? Okay, awesome. Hang on. Okay, let me know if the echo went away. So for strat tones, I would go for like bluesy tones, I'll go Stevie Ray Vaughan. For rock tones, I name those other ones. So what do you think in the chat? And then we'll get into clean tones a little bit later on. But let's get into the chat and let's see what some of the other favorite tones that you may have out there. Okay, Gary Tholander says, send some positive vibes. Your favorite amp went in for surgery. Oh, shit. I guess that's, if it's in for surgery, that's a little more than a tube swap, right? By the way, I've actually got my amp for sale on, if you're in Canada, my amp is for sale on Facebook Marketplace and on Kijiji right now. I'm selling my Marshall combo, if anyone is interested in that. And I'm selling some pedals. I'm trying to raise some money so that I can do one of two things, either buy a new computer or get another combo amp. So one or the other. Okay. Hey, DR Guitars. Hey, buddy. Okay. Half Ace likes the tones on Kiss Alive. That guitar tone. Okay. Joe Hervey is laughing at the darkness. Yeah, a lot of people think they're a funny band, but, you know, if you listen to them, these guys can play circles around most bands. I'm just saying. Okay. Hey, there's Russ Markard. How are you? Bob Mousy would say a humbucker into a rocking amp like a Marshall. That's basically my playground. Yeah. That's usually what I go for as well. Okay, just seeing if anyone... Dave Gilmore. Yeah, Gilmore's got a really nice tone. Very, very nice tone. And with a Strat as well. So, yeah. Yeah. I definitely go with that. The SRV tone is great and very attainable. The tone, yeah, you can get, yeah, I would agree with that. It just stopped. Okay. Well, let me know if the echo thing happens again. Let me know if it happens again. Every amp I have does good clean, whatever that is, but why? Clean is for the elevator. It says the Dogpa. Okay. James Severn is here. Welcome. How are you, man? Marco's Images. Hey, all Rush tones and happy 66. Oh, that's yes. It is Alex Lifeson's birthday today. Yes. Get the new Marshall hack. Which new Marshall, Marco? Are you talking about the new small heads? I was talking about that actually with Brian S. If I get another amp, it's not going to be a head. It's going to be a combo. Because I've already got two heads and I got a cab, so I want another combo for when I play smaller places. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. But the problem is those Marshall, like the the JCM, is it the JCM 800? Oh, I'm drawing a blank now. And the little Plexi, the little 20s, those combos only come with 10-inch speakers. And I don't like 10-inch speakers. I generally like 12-inch speakers. I find 10-inch speakers kind of leave out too much bottom for me. But that's just me. Whoa, Lawrence Petros is here. Hey, buddy, how are you? Hope you're doing well also, Lawrence. Appreciate you popping in. What Marshall's Kiss used on Alive, Plexi or GMP? That's a really good question, Spencer. I don't know. I'm thinking JMP, just from the photos, but I'd have to look at the photos again. I don't really know. If somebody in here knows, that'd be great. So Spencer Kron is asking what Marshalls did Kiss use on Alive. I'm thinking it's the JMP. But okay, just going down here. John Mayer has really good tone. Yep, for sure. And he's an awesome guitar player. Whether you like him or not, he is a good player, you gotta admit. Fenderman77, there's a new name. Welcome. Buy a Friedman amp, you won't be disappointed. They're awesome. They're also expensive, buddy. If I could get a deal on a used Friedman, that'd be a way to go. The other amp that I really, really like, which is also expensive, but if I can get a deal on it, is the I heard it the other day. It's the Mark 5 35 watt amp. That sounds really, really good. Although I think that might be a 10-inch speaker. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be a 10-inch. Hey, there's Blackjack. Welcome. Brian May has very good tone. Yes, yeah, Robbie. Very good and very, very good and very. There's some people that have tones that are like immediately identifiable, and Brian May is one of those. He's one of those guys that you just hear the first note and you know that it's him. Lawrence Petra says it's Javelina, and I hope I'm saying that right, is a great SRV in a box. Yeah. Never tried a Javelina, but I'm sure it's a great pedal. I can't be as specific as just an LP and two more. AC/DC with SG, Santana with PRS. As long as it has a humbucker, I'm happy. So Bam Mozzie prefers the humbuckers. Okay, just jumped on me again. Sorry about that. Hey, Aaron Songs is here. Welcome. Now you folks are jumping in. This is awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know I haven't done a Tuesday in a while, so really appreciate you all sharing this with me. This is awesome. JMP would fit the time frame. That's what I think too, Lawrence. But I don't. Okay, just going down here. Andy Timmons has a good tone, says Scott Connor. Welcome, Scott Connor. Yeah. Brian S. Ace played through Super Leads on a live. There you go. There's your answer. Brian would know. Super Leads. There you go. Okay. Adam Jones from Tool has great rhythm, fat rhythm tones. Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, and Prince all had great tones. I'll agree with Joe Satriani and Prince, not so much Steve Vai, but again, that's just me. Soda says Slash, Zach, Sykes, Nuno, Malmsteen, Gilbert. I'll say Slash. Sometimes, some records I don't like his tone, but some records I do. Zach's tone is pretty cool. John Sykes, yeah. Nuno, yeah, for sure. I'm not a big Malmsteen guy. I don't listen to a lot of Malmsteen, but yeah, his tone is all right. Gilbert for sure. EVH, yeah, there's another one. Yeah. Clapton, John Mayall Cream, yeah. Lighter Overdrive, yeah. That's good tone. Great fusion guitar, Frank Mbali, yes. And welcome, Scott Ruse. Yeah. Quentin F. and James has great tones. Quentin, I saw your video earlier. The Explorer sounded very, very cool. Dimebag had an interesting tone. That's a good name for it. Paul's Guitar Music, and welcome. Paul's Guitar Music too. And that brings about another point. And we were talking about this too. Now, this is not by, I like KK Downing's tone. Okay, Blackjack. And this isn't a dig at the players, because there are some players, and we were talking about this, that all Helix bitches. Let's see if I can, oh shit. Okay, somebody got it. Let's talk about some of the players whose tones we don't like. Now, hey Mitch Heyman, welcome. Some players whose tones we don't like, we might like their music, and if the tone is like they're playing, the songs are so good that even the tone doesn't detract from the music. Okay, a few names came up the other day. So who do you think falls in that category where like the music is so good that you don't mind that the tone isn't exactly, isn't down your alley? What bands do you think guitar players don't have the greatest tone, but the songs are great? Phil Mosley Music says Dimebag. I agree. I totally agree. He's one of those guys. I really like Dimebag. There's two Pantera records that I think are, for me, are their best ones. Cowboys from Hell would be one of them, and Far Beyond Driven. Those two records are absolutely incredible. But his tone is painful. But the songs are so good, the performances are so good that you just get past it. But Dimebag is definitely one of them for me. Kurt Cobain. Really? You don't like his tone, eh? Interesting. Aaron Song says, anyone drenched with 80s chorus I don't like. Yeah. Randy's tone. Okay, I was waiting for that to come up. Quite pointed it out. Randy Rhoads, man. You know, Flying High Again. I'll use that as an example. Incredible song. Great song, great playing. I love this song. But that tone on his guitar, like, oh my god, is it shit. You know? I mean, but that is just a testament to how good the song is, his playing, and so on, that despite the shitty tone, you still want to listen to Flying High Again. At least I want to listen to Flying High Again. That's one of those guys that just, you know, despite the tone, you still love it. Quentin says Vi. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Vi's tone, and Dimebag. Yes. Gary doesn't like Kirk Hammett's tone. Kirk Hammett's tone, I don't know. I like his tone. I like the tone on the Black record. Basically that and the earlier. I mean, the only absolutely shitty sounding Metallica record is that Justice for All. I mean, that is a way they should re-record that. I know there's all these rumors they took the bass out, whatever, but there's some really good songs on that, and the production absolutely kills that record. But I thought his tone was fine. His current tone, to be honest with you, I don't really listen to Metallica after the Black album. That for me was the cutoff. But yeah. Scott Rue's lead guitar in Revolution by the Beatles was revolting. Yeah, those really early distorted tones were kind of hit or miss, I guess, because I don't know how they were even achieving it. I mean, there's rumors that they actually cut up the cone on the speaker and stuff like that. Like, that's how the Kinks allegedly got that sound for "You Really Got Me." So, yeah, that's interesting. Charles Green is here. If I haven't said hello. Okay, I'm just going down here. Aaron Song. Some players have a crap tone, but yes, yeah. Well, I mean, when you play, when you play with a band, generally your guitar on its own will sound like shit. You'll probably have a lot more high mids and maybe treble than what would sound good on its own, and simply because everybody wants to occupy different space, right? You don't want to have too many lower mids, or you're going to get buried by the bass player, right? So you kind of want to be live up in that higher part. So, which is what the Tube Screamer is all about, right? So your lead's cut, you get that mid boost. Robbie Johnston, you don't like Angus's tone? Interesting. That's interesting. Quentin James didn't like his ex-girlfriend's tone. That's funny, buddy. All right, Lawrence, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. And you have a great night, man. Cheers. Okay. Angelo Giaricchetti. Hey, how are you? What's up, Hack? How you doing? Distortion on the board. Hey, HK, welcome. The tone on the solo of Reelin' in the Ears. What the F, says Lawrence Petros. I'm trying to think of that tone now. I got to go back and listen to that now that you mention it, Lawrence. Okay, Blackjack said something. Yeah, so you know what? Again, yeah, thanks so much actually for putting that link up. Yeah, so folks, my shirts are on sale. All my merch is on sale. 10% off if anyone is interested in buying some Guitar Hack merch. I got shirts, I got tote bags, I got coffee mugs, stickers, all kinds of stuff. Everything is 10% off. What I hate is reverb, delay, finger tapping, and whammy bars. So, basically, the Dogpa, you hate the 80s. Because that's all it was. That's funny. Paul's guitar music doesn't like Buddy Guy's tone. Okay, that's fair. Mitch Heyman is asking, do I like John Mayer's tone? Actually, I do, yes. Yeah, John Mayer's tone is pretty cool. B.B. King in the later years had horrible tone. Was a buzzy sound. Okay, Reelin' in the Ears solo had a buzzy sound. Yeah, speaking of buzzy sounds, like I don't like fuzz. I can't handle fuzz. It's just one of those effects. Anything that approaches fuzz, I kind of step back from. For me, fuzz is what I'm trying to avoid. Fuzz or like that high fizzy thing where you're playing and it's all covered with bugs like bees. It's all, you know, I don't like that sound at all. I want the notes to be clear. I want them to be fat and clear. So, but I know some people really, really dig that, and I've heard fuzz used properly in the right context. Fuzz is great, but fuzz is just one of those effects that I don't know. I just never got along with, and I've been, you know, people have lent me fuzz pedals. I'll try this. The best one was I was given a fuzz pedal, and this was the fuzz pedal for people that don't like fuzz, and it was a velvet fuzz. It was a Wampler pedal, and this was the fuzz for people that don't like fuzz. Well, it didn't work on me because I still didn't like it. So, oh, Ben Coombs is here. I didn't see Ben. Hey, Ben, how are you? Um, okay, so you're not alone. No, everybody's got different opinions on tone and what they like and what they don't like, and there's nothing right or wrong here. Everything is valid, you know. Dry Heat doesn't like John Mayer's voice. His voice is okay. I think he's got a better voice than Joe Bonamassa, but Joe Bonamassa's voice too kind of wears on you after a little bit. I've seen him live. There's not a lot of blues people that I could sit through a whole show. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a fan of blues music, right? You have to be really entertaining and really varied in what you do in order for me to be able to sit through a blues concert. But I was able to sit through Bonamassa because he had enough, you know, variety in what he was playing technique wise and doing acoustic stuff and, you know, different tempos, and he had a lot of crescendos and this and that. You know, he had a lot of depth in what he was doing, so he was fine. The other one that I would be able to sit through and I'd have a big smile on my face, although it's never going to happen, unfortunately, it would be Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'm a massive Stevie Ray Vaughan fan, if you haven't picked up on that yet. Although I can't play like that, I can't really play that style. But years and years ago, and this is going to sound probably weird to most of you if you've watched my channel for any period of time, but I was a Stevie Ray Vaughan guy, and I was playing Strats, and I was trying to play Stevie Ray Vaughan. And unfortunately, me playing Stevie Ray Vaughan was kind of rough. It all came out sounding like 70s rock, so I just kind of gave up on the whole Stevie thing, but I was big into that, and I still love it. I still think he's great. One of the greatest live videos ever, if you haven't seen it, is Stevie Ray Vaughan live at the El Mocambo. If you can get your hands on that, watch that. That is encyclopedia of blues, three-piece band, absolutely phenomenal show. Hacks buddy Joe's not going. Yeah, Joe and I are tight. We're like this, man. He called me the other day. He said, hey, man. He goes, you want to borrow my 59? I'm like, sure, just send it over. Yeah. I got it right here. Black Country Blues is here. Hey, Guitar Hack and all, listen to Trapeze's Seaful if you want to hear perfect tone. There you go. Les Paul Black Beauty, played by Mel Galley. Rest in peace. Okay. I'll go back and I'll check that out. Trapeze's Seaful. Cool. Music Gear Network. Chris from Blackstone Cherry turned me on to Fuzz Octafuzz. Secret for Octafuzz. Neck pickup, roll tone right flat. Still not major fan, but I'm slowly becoming one. Yeah, I mean, if you got certain players that really know how to use fuzz, to me is almost like a different instrument. It's like a different technique or something, right? It's like, can you play fuzz? It's like, can you play slide? It's kind of almost in that thing, because I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously there's guys that, you know, I mean, Jimi Hendrix, obviously. There's people that know how to make it work for them, but I'm just not in that category. So I love the opening crunch chords of T-Rex's 20th Century Boy. Yeah, T-Rex. Yeah, Mark Bolan. That was a Les Paul into a Marshall for sure. The Dogpa, Joe Bonamassa wore on me years ago. Yeah. You know what? I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the band called Black Country Communion. I don't know if they're really gonna do anything again, but I think they put out 4 records. I think they put out 4 albums. If not 4, they put out 3. It's basically like a super group, right? You got Joe Bonamassa. On the drums is oh man, I'm drawing a blank. Jason Bonham. Derek Sherinian is on keyboards, and he's the guy who used to play with. He was with Dream Theater at one point. And the singer is Glenn Hughes, bass player and singer is Glenn Hughes. They put out 4 records, and there is some absolutely incredible music on those records. They're not all the songs are great, but there's enough songs on each CD or record that it's worth a try. YouTube those guys, check them out. Black Country Communion, absolutely great rock, and my God, can Glenn Hughes sing? He's got an incredible voice. Peter Brown, welcome Peter Brown. He likes SRV and James Hetfield. Cool. Oh shit, Scott Connor. How could I forgot the master Tony Iommi? Tony Iommi. You know what? I actually like Tony Iommi's tone best when he was with Dio. I like Black Sabbath best when they had Dio, and I know that's blasphemy, but I actually got into Black Sabbath with Dio. The first Black Sabbath record I ever got was The Mob Rules. And then I saw that tour, and then I went backwards and picked up Heaven and Hell, and then I started listening to the Ozzy Sabbath. But those 3 records they did with Dio, the very last one they did is not that great. But the Dehumanizer, which came out I think in the early 90s, Heaven and Hell, The Mob Rules, those 3 records are absolutely fantastic. So. Well, Blackjack loves Bonamassa. There you go. Yeah. Bam Ozzy loves Slash's tone. Yeah. Slash's tone got his early, like, I love the Appetite for Destruction record, but I don't like Slash's tone on that record. It's not fat enough. To me, it sounds too thin. But, I don't know. Again, that's just me. Butterfly and Ladybug Show. Sandra knows Black Country. Absolutely great band, man. I'm just glad I'm not one-dimensional. Chet Atkins to Pantera and all between. Aaron songs. Just today, I was listening to a bunch of Gordon Lightfoot. I love Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah, you can't listen to one style of music. It's like eating one kind of food. You know what I mean? You gotta mix it up, right? I had a friend at work said to me, pick a song, any song that you want to listen to right now. What are you in the mood for? And I said, The Sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And he shit his pants. He goes, what the hell? You like that? I'm like, yeah, man. And he threw it on. So there you go. I'm all over the place. All right, I'm getting caught up here. Hey, Thrash. Welcome, Thrash. Joe Perry. Peter Brown. That was the first thing I mentioned. I said Aerosmith, the Toys in the Attic tone on that record is fantastic. Actually, Toys in the Attic is my favorite Aerosmith record, hands down. I love that record. Brad Miller, Terry Kath from Chicago had a great tone. Yes, he was a Strat guy. Yes. Blackjack, thank you. Gary Moore, there's another one. Gary Moore put out that record. I actually listened to Gary Moore, got into Gary Moore when he was doing the blues, when he did that Still Got the Blues record. I thought that tone was absolutely fantastic. I'm more into that than his rock stuff. Except, okay, I'll put a caveat to that, except for the stuff that he did with Thin Lizzy. Thin Lizzy is one of my favorite bands of all time. And actually, Phil Lynott would have been, I think it was at 70 years old. He had a birthday too, not too long ago. Half a Sundown. That's a great song, man. That's a great song. And a chat just jumped on me again. Yeah, Brian S. Yeah, his live tone is off the chain. He's talking about Slash. I saw what do they call it? A rig rundown with Slash. And the guy, his tech hit one chord, and it was like the absolute perfect Les Paul tone. It was perfect. Yeah, but like I said, sometimes on records, I'm not a fan of his tone. Mitch Heyman. Yeah, Steve Vai was on Tone Talk last night. Yeah, I caught some of that. Yeah, it was very cool. That was very cool for sure. Maybe I should get Steve as a guest. What do you guys think? Oh, oh, okay. Soda likes Sabbath with Dio too. All right, man. Glenn Hughes was in Trapeze. Yes, he was Black Country Blues. Who's the singer for the Power Station? Oh God, Robert. Somebody help me. Robert Palmer. Yeah, and the guitar player and the bass player were from Duran Duran. It was Andy Taylor on the guitar. Andy Taylor was a great guitar player. You know, he actually got to exercise his stretch his abilities a little bit more with that band. And the bass player, was it John Taylor? Was a bass player from Duran Duran? That was the band. The drummer was Tony Thompson, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, just catching up here. James Severin, Dio was the best. Heaven and Hell, yeah. Yeah. Music Gear Network, Derek Sherinian was a blast to interview. Oh, you interviewed? Well, of course you interviewed him. That's awesome, man. Major guitar fan from EVH, Yngwie, Zach, Randy Blackmore, and so many more. Yeah. Okay, got a lot of Dio fans in here. Cool, man. I love Dio, man. Just don't ask Slash to play Randy solo. Yeah, Soda, but that's not fair, man. It's like everybody has their thing, right? You could say the same thing. Don't ask Randy to play a Slash solo. Like, everybody's got their niche, right? And don't ask anybody to try to play a Nuno Betancourt solo. Because Nuno's something else, man. He's otherworldly, that guy. Okay, I think I've caught up, and now moving down the chat here. Scott Ruse, I got We Sold Our Souls for Rock and Roll's my first Sabbath album. Had to hear songs with names like War Pigs. yeah, that was the greatest hits. That's a good introduction for sure. Joe Perry's solos are overlooked. He's awesome. Overlooked? I don't know. I disagree with that, Aaron Songs. The guy who gets overlooked in that band is Brad Whitford. Joe Perry gets all the limelight. Brad Whitford is a damn good player, man, but he gets overshadowed by Joe. I think Joe gets props. He gets his props. Hey, Jay Steen, welcome. Gary Clark Jr. Love his tone and style. Yeah, Gary Clark is really cool. Fruitcake Tony, welcome, man. Mark Knopfler, good call, Gary Tholander. Yeah. H.K. DeBars. DeBars. Enlighten me. I don't know what you're talking about there. Number of the Beast. Yeah, Iron Maiden, HK, for sure. Who was the Power Station's second singer? I don't know. I don't know anything about them after. Eddie Van Halen in the early years. Yeah. Yeah, my first Van Halen record was Women and Children First, and that's still my favorite Van Halen record. Pete Townsend tone and Who's Next? Yep. Tony Thompson, yes. Okay. So we're still talking about Power Station. Deal with Vivian Campbell was awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I got a bunch of Dio concerts, like Blu-rays, and he did one with oh shit, what was his name? Damn, I'm drawing a blank. Blonde guy. I can't believe I can't think of his name. He does a bunch of clinics and stuff. Or wait, did he play with Whitesnake at some point? You guys know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Headstock Harem, welcome. Didn't see you in here. Okay, I'm going back down again. Brian S. The movie Detroit Rock City was on TV last night. I watched it. That movie was shot here, Brian. It was shot in Toronto and Hamilton. Okay. Oh, is R2? Oh, there's R2R3. Hey, buddy, how are you? Nice. Doug Aldrich, thank you, Scott Connor. Yeah, he's a monster player, man. I got echo again? It'll go away. Lindsey Buckingham, James Severin, yes. Yeah, definitely underrated. And you know, the funny thing is, Fleetwood Mac is touring without him. And how many guitar players do they need to take the place of one? 2 guys. They needed 2 guys to do what Lindsey does, man. That guy's an absolute monster player. And yes, he does not get enough credit. I agree with you totally on that. Darth Vader is back. Okay. It'll pass. All right, Blackjack, thanks for popping in. I know, hey, Mike Heath, Papa Blue. Yeah, I know I'm echoing, and I don't know why. I can't figure it out, but it'll pass. It'll go away. Dennis, cover band, Mick Ronson. There's a monster, and welcome, Dennis. There's a monster player right there, man. Bowie would not be Bowie without Mick Ronson. Those first few records, you know, he's the guy who made Bowie as far as I'm concerned. Echo is gone. Yeah, see, it comes and goes, folks. Well, yeah, James Severin. Yeah, Fleetwood is not. I would actually. I'd go see Fleetwood Mac, but not without Lindsey Buckingham. I just won't. For the same reason that I won't go. I will not see Judas Priest without Glenn Tipton. And I know he's not. Why he's not playing? Because he's ill. You know, because he's got the Parkinson's. I went to see Judas Priest the last time. And I bought the tickets thinking Glenn Tipton was going to be there, but then they announced it that he wasn't going to tour with them. And I went to see them, and I tell you, it's not the same without Glenn Tipton. It just isn't. I'm okay with Richie Faulkner, but, you know, no Glenn Tipton. You know, and I absolutely love Judas Priest. Hack, you sound a bit beside yourself occasionally. Yeah, I know, it's the echo, and I can't do anything about that. That's one of the reasons why I'm thinking of getting another computer, because this one is 9 years old, and I asked about actually getting this updated, and my IT guy said not even to bother because the computer's too old. So I got to get a new computer at some point, folks. Can't leave out Lynch and DeMartini for the hairband era. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something that, and it's just my experience. I think Dokken was a much bigger band in the U.S. than it was here. I did not hear a lot of Dokken on the radio, not even in their heyday. I got a lot of Rat. We heard Rat and Motley Crue. Actually, speaking of bad tone, I'm going to piss off a lot of people, but I don't like Mick Mars' tone. I don't like it at all. I like Motley Crue despite Mick Mars' tone. And I know I just pissed off everybody. But don't get me wrong, I love Shout at the Devil. I love Too Fast for Love, the first record. Dr. Feelgood. Actually, by Dr. Feelgood, his tone got slightly better, but not really. But, and I've seen Motley Crue live, 3 times, 4 times? And yeah, Mick Mars' tone was not good. But the songs are great, and I love the band, so. But yeah, getting back to, we got a lot of Rat and Motley Crue and Poison and Warrant and all that, but we didn't get a lot of Dokken. I don't remember hearing a lot of Dokken on the radio up here. Jeff Beck, yes, Jeff Beck is awesome. Jeff Healy, Zach Thong. Welcome, Zach Thong. You're absolutely right. Eddie Van Halen changed the whole guitar playing world, and yes, Angelo J. Ricchetti. Oh, for sure. And then after that, everybody was adopting those techniques, right? Warren Haynes, cool. Mitch Heyman, Wishbone Ash, I've heard the name. Yeah, it's a little before my time. Oh, James Severin, how could I forget Neil Schon? Yeah, Neil Schon is one of my favorites. He's an absolute monster. 9 years old, that computer have to... Yeah, I know, eh? Hey, Quentin? I know, man. I find the guitar tone in Aerosmith's and Kiss first albums were lacking, very thin. Oh, Spencer Cron, I totally agree with that. I'll speak more for the Kiss. Kiss record, the guitar tones on all Kiss records is garbage. All the original 4, all those records, their guitar tone is absolute shit. The sound on their records is shit. Some records sound less shit than others, but generally they're shit. And what I mean by shit is like if you listen to pick a record from the 70s. Well, let's say my favorite Kiss record of all, which is Rock and Roll Over. You listen to that, and then you listen to other records that came out at that time. Listen to a Bad Company record, or listen to a Zeppelin record, or listen to a Foreigner record, or listen to uh, any other band's record had better guitar tone. They all did. All the guitars sounded better on every other record except for Kiss record, and it's so unfortunate, And I know they were pissed off about it too because they wanted the records to sound better, and they always sounded like shit. Speaking of bad tone, here's another guitar player probably gonna piss off a bunch of people, but that's what this is all about. I absolutely love Ted Nugent. He's a monster player. He's got absolute shitty tone. That Birdland sounds like ass. But the guy can play like a monster, so you put up with it just to hear us playing in those riffs, right? We can't be friends any longer. Okay. I know I was going to piss somebody off. Brian S. and I have officially broken up. Oh, Angelo agrees. Angelo agrees. Somebody will agree and somebody will disagree, right? That's okay. That's what it's all about. Okay. I'm just getting caught up here. Aaron's song's Too Fast for Love is Motley's only solid no skipper. I don't know. I like Shout at the Devil. I think that's the next one. What's the weakest song on Shout at the Devil? Probably Red Hot. I think that's the weakest song. I mean, Looks Like Kill is a monster. Shout at the Devil is great. Danger. That's a great song. There's a lot. For me, anyway. I even like their remake of Helter Skelter. I thought it was cool. Yeah, Quentin. Brian S. is starting to not like your tone. Exactly. The Rat Pedal. Yeah, it's funny. I used a Rat Pedal. Somebody loaned me a Rat Pedal because one of my pedals was getting repaired, and I had a Rat Pedal and I used it. And there's like only one place that it sounds good. Only one. You move that dial like literally. Not even an eighth of a turn one way or the other, and the Rat Pedal sounds like absolute dog shit. But you have it in that one spot, and that Rat Pedal sounded fantastic. It's like, talk about a one-trick pony. That's the Rat Pedal, for me, in my experience. Livewire, sacrilege. I got a feeling that the Livewires and Brian S. are the same guy. I'm just saying that. I'm putting that out there. Jamal, Kareem, Jimi Hendrix. Okay, you like his tone or you don't like his tone? Which is it, Jamal? Joe Hervey, West Borland. Derek Trucks, there's another one. Wishbone Ash were great. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I've ever heard any Wishbone Ash, so that's another one to look at. Harmony, welcome. Nice to see ya. Scott Connor, most 80s bands had guitar players that could actually play their instruments, and a lot of bands now simply cannot play at that level. I think there's just as many good guitar players now. I just think it's a style of music that, Scott, that the guitar isn't as prominent. I think that's more what it is rather than they can't play. I think there's just, I'm thinking of, see, that's the thing. I don't even really listen to that many current bands. So I can't really even make that much of a comment on it. But I think it's more that. Just the guitar is not as prominent as it used to be. I'm thinking of bands like, okay, Muse, for example. I'm sure the guitar player from Muse is a really good player. But he's not playing like big guitar solos in every song. I don't know. That's just me. You hung out with Sean once. He came up to my... Oh, Aaron, you're either really tall or Neil Sean is really short. But Sean is a monster player. The guy was playing with Santana when he was, 15, I think? Gary Rosington Skinner says Six String Brian. Welcome, Six String Brian. Ace used the Fender on some of the early Kiss albums. Yes, Brian, yeah, he did. They used combo amps sometimes, and they were just mic and combo amps. Yeah, West Borland, very underrated. Yeah, I don't know a lot of West Borland. I don't know a lot of Limp Bizkit other than that one hit. Or did they have more than a hit? I don't remember. I was never big into Limp Bizkit. I keep Butterfly Ladybug Show keeps throwing up in her mouth for some reason. Peter Brown, Kiss was way better live, period. The studio version suck ass. Yeah, that's true, Peter Brown, yeah. Those, especially the first record, the studio versions are garbage. And that's why that Alive album is so good, because it breathes life into all those early songs. And come on, Hotter Than Hell, man. What the hell were they doing on that? That's the worst production I've heard, and definitely in all the Kiss records, and a lot of records in general. Okay. When GIT started and every idiot kid could now play senseless scales at high speed, it was all over. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's all about songs, right? Songs remain. Speed, it's impressive, but you need a song, right? Black Country Blues, Tar, please listen to Seafull and let me know what you think. Seafull by Trapeze, I will do that, Black Country Blues. I will, man. You've mentioned it a couple of times. I'll remember that. Boston's guitars sound too mid-rangey. Boston had that Rocktron, right? Tom Schultz invented that Rocktron. That was like the guitar tone for everybody around that time. Jeff Loomis, The Police. Yeah. Andy. Oh, God. I'm blanked on his name. What's his last name? The Police. Andy Timmons? No, not Andy Timmons. Andy Summers, thank you. Dean DeLeo from Stone Temple Pilots. Yes, very underrated player and great tone. Derek St. Holmes. Crew also had a habit of stealing AC/DC song titles, says Scott Connor. Oh, HK likes my shirt. Wes Borland. Okay. Nugent's a hell of a player. He is. He's a monster. Steve Lukather, there's another one. Okay, I'm just scrolling down here. Okay, I will listen to that. Jerry Cantrell. Yeah, Jimmy Page. Oh, hot. We haven't even mentioned Jimmy Page. That guy made everything sound great. He was a master in the studio. All those Zeppelin albums had great sound. Very, very good production on all those records. Dogpa doesn't like The Police. Saw them live. They did the required lane pop. Then they rocked their butts off. Okay. I've never seen The Police live. That's one band I've never seen. Tommy Bolin. Yeah, Richie Blackmore. Everyone seems to be respectful of opinions here. Yeah, these are all opinions, man. Like, don't get upset, It's no reason to get upset. I'm just telling you what I think. Whether you agree or disagree, it's not going to change you. It's not going to change me, right? It's just, you can't like everything. There's obviously things that you're not going to like, right? Scott Connor mentions Rory Gallagher. Harmony, Sammy Hagar. Michael Schenker. There's another one. No one is upset guitar. Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing. There's Gussie. And Bobby Lopez, if I haven't said hello. Who sang Black Betty? Isn't it Ram Jam? Is that the name of the band, HK? I believe it's Ram Jam. Okay, folks. We're getting over an hour here, so a couple things. First off, I want to thank everybody for tuning in on this Tuesday. This hour absolutely blew by. You guys absolutely rock. Let's all support each other. Please, some thumbs up for the video would be appreciated. If you're not subbed to me, please sub. My subs have been like flatlining for the last month, so I really need some subs for me to ever even get into the 900s, never mind 1,000. So if you're not already subbed to me, please sub to me. That would be appreciated. You should check out my Facebook. I do all kinds of stuff. I post stuff on Facebook every day. I do live streams on Facebook. The link is below. My Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I post stuff on Instagram almost daily. The link for that is also below. Check that out. If you're interested in Guitar Hack merch, if you want to support the channel, it's 10% off till tomorrow midnight, I think. Yeah, tomorrow midnight. If you're interested in some merch, another way to support the channel is I've got a PayPal link below. That would be much appreciated. Yeah, so if anything you guys could do would be very much appreciated. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. I really had a good time. I apologize for the playing at the beginning of the show. Those were riffs I barely knew. Anyways, so thanks a lot. Yeah, check out the show on Thursday at 8 o'clock. I will be on with Eric. I was going to say the old name. Eric from Music and Gear Network will be joining me Thursday at 8 o'clock. It should be a lot of fun. Always have a good time with Eric. Eric's an awesome dude. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope we catch you all then. You guys have a fantastic evening, and we will catch you on Thursday. All right. Cheers, everybody.